Okay, continuing with the King Tiger, we are about to solve our first problem, and that is power. We're using a Toro lower, and on the Toro tank, the on-off switch is underneath a functional hatch on the engine deck. But we're using a Tigen upper, and on the Tigen upper, or on the Tigen King Tiger, the on-off switch is on the bottom of the tank. So this hatch is not functional. So we have to figure out how we're going to turn this thing on and off. So we're going to go back to an old solution that was on some of the prototypes and possibly some of the tanks that were sold in Europe when they first came out with the Toro King Tiger, and that is to put the on-off switch underneath the jacking block in the back. And that's held on with 4 plastic posts. You can see the 4 holes there if you go at it from the inside with a hobby knife and a pin vise and a lot of patience and a little care. You can remove the jacking block, which I have done, and we're going to put the switch in there. Now this is a switch from a smoke unit, and it would work, but I'm going to use the on-off switch from a WPL truck because it has a longer throw lever, and that's good for this one. It'll stick a little bit proud of the box. This one is just about even, and you can turn it on and off, but I'm old and got fat fingers, and I prefer to have the easier way to go. Now these jacking blocks are made to accept these switches of this size, and it just pops right in there, okay? And once you attach it to the back of the tank, the switch will be trapped in there, so you don't have to glue it or anything. You're all good to go. And once you feed it through like that and reattach the jacking block, now you've got your on-off switch underneath that jacking block in the back. Sorry about that. So to turn the tank on and off, you do it right there. Now I'll also be using a Tigen on-off switch, and I will just desolder the switch here because that switch is too big to fit in the jacking block, and I will resolder it to the 3 pins on this switch. I'm also going to change the other end. This is for Tamiya connector. I'm going to change it to XT60s. So that's how we solve the first problem, getting that switch in. Once we've got power, we'll put in the IBU and see what happens. And until then, we'll see you next time.